So this is the part 2 basics for the lecture 1 and lecture 2. So in the part 1 I discussed how the skin is formed, right? The skin forms from the cells in the ectoderm, cells in the ectoderm, they form a group of cells that is called basal cells. They have very large nucleus. They have very large nucleus, understand, and that cells sit in the basement membrane. This is the membrane. This is the membrane. Okay. So then these cells divide and form the cells above this layer. These cells divide and they form the layers which is above this basal layer. So this is the basal layer, and layer means stratum. So this is called stratum basalis. It is called stratum basalis. So these cells, the cells in the stratum basalis, and they divide and they form the cells which is above to this layer. And this layer are called as stratum spinosum. Stratum spinosum, because these cells have some spines like structure, okay, which connects the cells. So that is called stratum spinosum. Then this layer mature, this layer not divide, this layer mature and they form cells, okay. These cells and this cells are called granular cell, granulosa cells, and this layer is called stratum granulosum, okay. And when they mature, the nucleus size reduces, the nucleus size reduces, okay. And they have some granules, they have some granules, they have some granules, so that's why they called granular cells stratum granulosum, stratum granulosum, stratum granulosum. And finally these cells completely mature and they form stratum corneum. It becomes completely flat and it has very dot like nucleus, and the cells die and they form a thick protein coat. So these flat cells are called stratum corneum. The flat cells, this layer are called stratum corneum, and this protein layer, the cells die and they form this layer, and this is called stratum keratin. Stratum keratin, and actually they call it as a keratinized layer, keratin layer, they call it as keratin layer. Okay, so otherwise it is called as keratin layer, keratin layer. Okay, so this is the cells which comes from the ectoderm during embryogenesis. So first the basal cells are formed. From that basal cells they divide and they form the stratum spinosal cells, and the stratum spinosal cells mature and they form the stratum granulosum cells. Then they again completely mature and they form stratum corneal cells, and then they die and they form they mature and finally they die and they form this keratin layer, they form this keratin layer. So these are the cells, we call it as this group of cells, and these layers are called as keratinizing stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, now you all know what is the type of epithelium in the skin. It is a keratinizing stratified squamous epithelium. So this whole layer of cells which comes from the ectoderm, and you all know from the ectoderm neuroectoderm comes. What comes from the ectoderm? Neuroectoderm comes. This neuroectoderm uh, is formed, and from the neuroectoderm the brain is formed, central nervous system is formed. Okay, so from the mesoderm I told all the muscles, bone, cartilage, blood vessel, blood all comes, right? From this mesoderm the blood vessels comes just below the skin, and which supplies the skin epithelium. Okay, so these blood vessels comes from the mesoderm and supports the epithelium, and they also have some connective tissue cells which is also comes from the mesoderm, and these cells are called fibroblast, which secrete collagen, a connective tissue substance which secretes collagen. So this is collagen. Okay, and this basement membrane is also made up of collagen. So this whole supporting structure, okay, and which comes from the mesoderm, and they also have blood cells, right? They also have blood cells. These blood cells also come from the mesoderm. Okay, so these supporting structures all come from the mesoderm. So this whole completely together is the skin. Understand? So the cellular part, the main cellular part of the skin, that is keratinizing stratified squamous epithelium, and which comes from the ectoderm, and the supporting structure, that is blood vessel, connective tissues, blood vessels, all comes from the mesoderm. So the supporting structures are called mesenchymal structure, mesenchymal structures. This main epithelium, it is called parenchymal. 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 Okay. So in any tissue, if you take a liver, for example, if you take a liver, liver contains hepatocytes, that is the parent epithelium, that is the main epithelium, main cells, hepatocytes. So this is called parenchymal. This is called parenchymal, and they also have blood vessel. They also have blood vessel, fibroblast, and this all gives supports to this cell. So this is called mesenchymal. So if you take any tissue, they have a parenchymal component and mesenchymal component. This parenchymal component determines the function of that organ. Parenchymal component determines the function of that organ. Mesenchymal component determines the support of that organ. It does not determine the function. It gives support to that functioning cells of that organ. Okay. So this you should understand, because this is very important. So this parenchymal means in that organ the uh, the organ function is given by a group of cells, that is called functional unit of that organ, that is called parenchymal component. Anything which supports that structure, it is called mesenchymal component. For example, in the skin, the epithelium, the keratinizing stratified squamous epithelium is the parenchymal component, and connective tissues, blood vessels, blood cells are the mesenchymal component. Okay. So this skin, the cell which is coming from the ectoderm, this is called epidermis. This is called, and this whole structure is called epidermis, and this whole structure is called dermis, called dermis. Okay. So these are the basic structure of the skin. Okay. In between the, you all know skin as color, right? The colored substance, the colored substance in the skin, which comes from the cells which is sitting in between the basal cells, which is sitting in between the basal cells, that cells are called, that cells are called melanocyte. The cells are called melanocytes. What is this cell name? Melanocyte. Okay. And this melanocyte has lot of finger like projections, they produce color, and this color goes to the basal cells, and sometimes it goes to the spinosal cells, this color. Okay. So that's why we get skin color. Okay. So that's why the skin gets the color. So the color comes actually from the melanocyte, and the melanocyte takes this color and give it to the other cells. So the color which is produced by the melanocyte is called melanin. The pigment which produced by the melanocyte is called melanin. This pigment, this colored substance, give us protection against the ultraviolet rays. It gives protection against the ultraviolet rays. Okay. So this is the basic structure. I took skin as the example, and I explained the terminologies parenchyma and mesenchyma, and I explained the different layers in the skin, especially in the epidermis. In the epidermis we have keratinizing stratified squamous epithelium, it made up of multiple layers: stratum basalis, stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, and keratin layer. This keratin layer is formed because these cells mature and they die. Okay, that is keratin layer. So this is about the explanation for parenchyma and mesenchyma by I use the example skin. Okay. Now, okay, and for example, if any cell has to divide, this is the nucleus, if this cell has to divide, it goes for mitotic division and gives two daughter cells, right? It has to be stimulated, it has to be stimulated. Okay, so but the stimulating substance may be a hormone or it may be growth factors, it may be growth factors, understand. So it may be a hormone or growth factor. So they have to stimulate the cell and they have to go for division, they form the cell division. Okay, so then they will become into two cells. Likewise again this cell is stimulated, again they will divide into two cell, they divide into two cell. It is called mitosis and it has to be stimulated, it has to be stimulated. Cells cannot divide by itself. Okay, so cell has to be stimulated, then the cell should have the capacity to divide, so which means there are some cells in our body which cannot divide. Example brain cells, neurons. Another example, cardiac muscle cells, heart muscle cells. Okay, so these are the cells which cannot divide. So there are some cells regularly divide. Example skin cells, they regularly divide. Why they are regularly dividing? Because once they divide, okay, they form the basal cell, then they divide and they form the grand spinosome cells and they mature and they become flat corneal cells and they die and they form the keratin layer. Once they die, again they divide, again the basal cell is formed, again this keep on maturing, again they die, so likewise they keep on dying and they keep on coming, so they die, they come. So this should be in balance, that is called homeostasis, understand. So if the cell is not dying, only new cells are coming, then it will end up in cancer, understand. So there are some cells in our body that keep on dividing, that are called dividing cells. They are continuously dividing cells, even oral mucosa, even the cells epithelium of the GIT and epithelium of the urinary bladder, all keep on dividing, because they die and they come. Okay, so this is a programmed cell death, because after a period of time these cells will mature and they will die. It is a programmed cell death, it is not pathological, it is a programmed cell death, it is genetically programmed. And when they die, genetically programmed is new cell will come, genetically it is programmed, after the cell death new cell will come. So this programmed cell death is called as apoptosis, understand. Okay, and there are some cells, example liver cells. Okay, normally they will not divide, they are stable, these liver cells, hepatocytes are stable, but any damage happens, if the damage happens they start dividing, so this is, they are quiescent cells, they are silent cells. When when some of the tissue got damaged, immediately the tissue which is good, the cells in that tissue, they will divide and they will again reform the tissue, so they are called quiescent, silent cells, understand. So these are the different types of cells. I hope you all understand this basics. Inshallah, in the next recording we will be going into the lecture.